time for Cigar Talk, the fastest growing cigar show in the nation. Whether you're a new cigar enthusiast or a cigar aficionado, we have something for everyone, bringing you the best interviews, cigar reviews, and weekly giveaways. So grab yourself a cigar.
It's time to light 'em up.
Welcome back, Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob Jones. We have co-host Bryant Falconer in the house. How you doing today, Bryant?
Hey, man, I'm doing good,
Awesome, man. We also have a special guest stop by the studio, going to hang out with us and drink some beer and smoke some cigars. How you doing today, Junior?
Good. How you guys doing? Glad to be here.
Hey, man, we're glad you came by. First of all, you brought like a cigar bag and you're handing out cigars. So when you do that, you're always welcome to stop by.
Sir.
100.
Oh, yeah.
So,
to enjoy it.
Hey, let's talk about what we're smoking. I am smoking the Undercrown Flying Pig. It's the Maduro, one of my favorite cigars that the Undercrown line makes. Thank you, Junior.
No
and
problem.
Junior, what are you smoking?
I'm actually smoking the AJ Fernandez Dia de la Gloria.
Oh, good smoke. Good smoke.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
huge
Enjoying
fan.
it.
I'm a huge fan of a lot of AJ's work.
Same here.
I mean, and I'm sure you already know, but you know, he just turned 40.
No way.
Yes.
I did not.
It's a blessing at 40 to have
Can
a
you
line
imagine?
Like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't you think he was like probably 60,
I did,
70
I
years
did.
old? Yeah. In fact,
Mastered it.
Billy from Viva La Vida Cigars, you know, that's who blended his cigar was AJ. And I asked Billy at the time, and he was 39.
Wow.
And I was just like, get out of here.
Crazy.
No way he's that young.
Wow, that's awesome.
And how old are you?
33.
33. Young pup.
Yes,
Young
sir.
pup.
The youngest dog
got a
in the
ways to
house
go.
right now.
Wisdom beyond his
Yes,
years.
sir.
Thank you.
Man, I love sitting down talking to this brother, man.
I know me and Junior were hanging out at the Leaf earlier today, hanging out and talking. And I tell you what, and I'm not just trying to stroke your ego, but
At least he said your ego.
he does have wisdom beyond his years because he doesn't think and talk like most 30-year-olds that I know. He's got it going on. He's mature. He's responsible, hard worker, and great cigar buddy.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you coming over, man.
Thank you. No,
Man, that
thank
brother
you.
done grasped
Kind
it.
words.
He grasped the game real quick.
Yeah. Hey, so let's talk about what you're smoking, Bryant.
Roma Craft and Temperance Brotherly Kindness.
Ooh.
Oh, I haven't had that one.
Bruh, you talking about creamy, man. I'm just sitting back here and I'm like, okay, I love it. That's all I can say. I love it,
Let
man.
me see that one.
Yes,
I haven't.
sir.
Okay. That's a Connecticut,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
okay,
sir.
cool, man.
Yes, sir.
I don't remember seeing you smoke a Connecticut.
You haven't
Wow.
until today.
Is that opening up some horizons for
It's,
you?
it's another avenue for me, baby. Another avenue.
Well, I'll tell you what. When you're ready,
Oh, come on with it.
we got to get you to try the La Galera and the McAuliffe Connecticut.
Okay.
Those two Connecticutes
Okay.
blow me away. Have you had those?
Yeah, I had the McAuliffe. Oh, it's so
Dude.
good. You actually turned me onto it.
Dude, that is probably my very favorite. Is
Connecticut?
That, yeah, their Connecticut is not your father's
Okay,
Connecticut.
okay.
It's got a nice kick to
Right.
it.
Yes, it does.
And dude, that wrapper when you put it on your lips is like oily. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Most Connecticut's don't have that.
Yeah.
So that wrapper just blows me away. But the profile is not just like your normal, ordinary Connecticut. It's kind of like up and down, and it's got some good kick to it.
Yep.
So
Talk to me tomorrow. I have one.
Hey, we'll go down and have one
Yes,
tomorrow.
sir. Yes, sir.
So, hey guys, before we get started with the show, we want to take time to say thank you to all of our Patreons.
Most definitely.
You
Thank
guys
you.
have contributed so much, and it's really helping the show grow. We were able to buy 2 MXL dynamic mics and a couple of really good quality boom stands.
Bruh, they
And
helped.
yeah, it's night and day, and the sound quality's better, but also the editing time is cut down some.
I know you're happy.
Yeah, it really makes me happy.
Yeah.
And so we just want to say thank you guys.
Yes, sir.
One of the next things that we're going to put on our list to buy to improve the show is a full sound mixing board. And that will give us better control over the sound quality before the editing. So hopefully that's going to cut down on some editing as well.
Most definitely.
So anyway, we just want to say thank you to all you guys. We really do appreciate you, and it means a lot that you would support the show. But at the same time, we really thank you because you're making a difference in the show.
From my heart, we thank you. Truly.
So, hey, let's talk about this coming weekend,
Yes, sir.
where we're going to be.
Tell them.
Dude,
Tell
I
'em.
am excited.
Tell them.
We're going to be at the Cigar and Spirits Festival in Fort Worth at Panther Island.
Panther Island.
Dude, and I've never been there.
Me neither. Well,
I don't
find
even,
out.
but just the name Panther Island sounds cool,
yeah,
doesn't it?
let's go.
It's like, makes me think we're going on a
Yes,
cruise
sir.
or
No,
something.
safari.
But from what I understand, it's going to be, we're expecting probably like 800 people.
Hey,
It's going
that's
to be
what
a
it's
big
about.
event.
That's what it's about.
And you're going to be getting free cigars with your ticket, but you're also going to be able to try all these different spirits.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. We're actually going to be set up at a table
Most definitely.
right there with the McAuliffe guys.
So come on by.
So you're going to get to meet Al McAuliffe
Nice.
and a lot of the team members from McAuliffe team.
Uh-huh.
And so it's going to be a big time. Hey, and speaking of this, I'm going to give you guys a hint right
Come on,
now.
come on.
If you are an ambassador for McAuliffe, bring your coin.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
the only,
sir.
that's all I'm going to say. But
sir.
you should definitely bring your coin to the event.
And let's talk about those numbers.
We're not to that part of the show yet. You can rub that in my face later.
Hey.
So anyway, no,
I'm way back there.
we want to say thank you to McAuliffe.
But thank you.
We got great sponsors. I actually smoked a medallia earlier for lunch. Me and Junior hung out for a little bit during lunch, smoked a couple of cigars.
Every man has a go-to. And now your go-to is a medallion.
Dude, it really
so smooth.
is.
That's
I
your
love
go-to,
it.
man.
It's like when I walk into the cigar humidor, because this is the way I normally go in the humidor. I always go in going, okay, I don't know what I'm going to get.
Okay.
I walk in and I start going around the humidor and I end up right in front of the McAuliffe medallia because I'm like, you know what?
Home and pigeon.
I'm going to treat myself.
Oh, yeah.
Comes back home every time.
I always grab 2 of those.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
We just want to say thank you to
Most
McAuliffe. You
definitely.
guys are just, inspirational the way you treat your ambassadors. Are you part of the Facebook group?
I believe so, yes.
They're always chit-chatting with
Us about
everybody,
it, yeah.
and they take care of their people. They care what we have to say. So I don't know of another cigar company that actually takes the time to get not only service their customers but get to know them on a personal
Right.
level.
I love it because it's not that cookie cutter response.
Oh,
They
exactly.
actually speak to you, man.
Yeah.
They talk to you and they ask questions trying to know their ambassadors.
Oh,
And that's the
absolutely.
beautiful part about it, man. That customer service. It's that
Yeah,
customer
I see
service.
Dan on there all the time,
All
and
the
the
time.
conversations that they're having, like you say, is not the cookie cutter.
No.
Hey, here at McAuliffe, we really appreciate blah blah blah. It's actually a person on the other end,
Yes,
and they
yes.
get to know you, and you get to know them.
Most
so
definitely, most
anyway,
definitely.
let's move on. So tonight we've got Junior over here
Mm-hmm.
because he has some information for us that is out of the norm from what I would normally tend to do. But we're talking about the top 4 tequilas
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
that you would use to sip while pairing with a cigar.
Come on, come on.
Now, Brian, do you drink tequila?
Patron, man.
See, I used to, but only on like what I would consider special occasions.
Okay.
And what I mean by special occasions
Here
is
we
me
go.
and some guys getting together to tear it up. And so
With you in that tequila.
oh,
Kill you.
I'll just tell you this one little tidbit.
Oh Lord, here we go.
I was asked by the club owner to leave. And when I say they asked, I don't know that it was a question.
You didn't go out
More
the
of an escort.
Yeah. He looked like he was on the Fresh Prince getting through out the door.
Hey, I'll also tell you this. By the time it was all said and done, for some reason, I was running.
Oh, okay.
That's all we need to say about that.
Put this tequila to the side over
Yes, sir.
here.
Yes,
Put
sir.
it away. Put it away.
He turned to a track star.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't find my car.
Bruh, how much did you drink, man?
That's why I don't drink tequila.
Okay.
But now, saying that, Junior has 4 tequilas
Yes,
that
sir.
he says is sipping with a cigar.
Oh, yeah. Sipping and enjoying.
So let's start with number 4.
Number 4, it'd be the Don Julio,
Don
1942.
Julio, yes.
Ooh, that is smooth.
You know, I've only had that like once, and I just had one because
You could only take one.
Just one.
You'd be running again.
no, I only had one because we were meeting a friend from work, and he's a big tequila guy, but he only drinks Don Julio.
Right.
And so he bought me one, and I'm not a big tequila guy, so I just had one, and I remember it not being like the tequila trash that I was used to drinking.
Right.
You know, what is that? Jose
Cuervo.
Cuervo.
Yeah, $9.99 special.
$9.99.
Boom. Handle.
You're right.
Right next to that Wild Irish Rose.
So, do you know the price point on that?
You know what? I don't. It varies, but it's up there.
Okay,
It's up
when
there.
we ask you to come on the show, we're going to need you to do a little
That was
more
my fault.
homework.
My fault.
All right.
I will.
We'll get back to you on that price point. But anyway, all right. So what would you say is number? Well, let me ask you this on the Don Julio. Like, what would you pair? What kind of a cigar would you pair with a Don Julio?
Good question.
You know what? I would do a Maduro.
A Maduro?
A Maduro would go smooth. I mean, with any of these tequilas, like I said, you're not taking shots. You're sipping on them.
Right,
It's a
right.
little sip on.
I mean, it's
all of
almost
them,
like
just-
drinking a bourbon or a
Exactly.
scotch. So, I mean, are you talking about a medium boldness, or are you talking about full blown boldness?
I think a full body would be probably best.
Okay.
Just to enjoy the night, relax. I mean, it goes good with the palate and the tongue. So.
Nice. Okay, cool. That's some good information. All right. So, what's number 3 on your list?
Number 3 would be the Casa Noble Añejo. I like the añejos. You know, they're aged a little bit longer, and it just has that taste to it that it's just so smooth when you're any cigar that you go with, that it's Maduro, dark. You just sit with it. It goes down real smooth.
Nice. I've never even heard of that. So, I mean, has that been around for a while?
Añejo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's just a different way of doing the tequila. Instead of being the white, they have the gold, and then they got, the añejo, which is, like I said, it's more age time difference in the way they age it in the barrels.
I
Yeah,
gotcha.
exactly.
Okay.
So do they, I mean, like Scotch, they age it in different types of casks. So you might age, a Scotch in a sherry barrel or a bourbon barrel.
Yeah.
So do they do the same things with tequila?
It's kind of the same thing.
Nice.
Kind of the same shit.
See, I didn't know that. And that's probably why I never try it, because I just thought it was...
He was running with Cuervo again.
Yeah, I just thought it was all mezcal. So
No.
get to the worm. It's a race.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, that's good information. So
Yes, sir.
what would you say is your number 2?
Number 2 would be the Cascaín Extra Añejo, which would be a little bit more aged and a lot of, way more smoother, golden color.
Yeah,
Golden,
that's where that
exactly.
extra comes in.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
with that extra.
I don't know that golder is a
Golder.
word.
Sorry. Is this tequila is getting
Hey,
golden on
we
me?
got Don King here. We can make any words we want.
It's golder.
It's golder.
Would you go also with a full body
I think so.
on that
I
as
think
well?
so.
I mean, I know everybody's palate's different, but that's what you would
exactly.
like. I got you.
That's why normally what I go with, that I pair them together and
Okay.
they go real
Cool.
smooth.
Let's do a little drum roll here. What is number 1?
Number 1 to me is going to be the Patron. They make a Roca Reposado.
You hear how he
that
said
is
that?
just
Did you hear how he said that?
Reposado.
Yeah. I'm waiting for like some dancing to break out, some salsa music.
Salsa music, the mariachi band to pop in.
that or some smooth Santana playing.
yeah.
See, I
we
could,
had
I
that
could,
going on.
yeah.
Especially with that Patron.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yes.
get your cigar, your Patron, and some Santana, and now I can just
Oh,
kick
yeah.
back and enjoy.
Do not bother me.
At all.
Leave me
and
alone.
this one goes great, believe it or not, with the 1926 Patron. Oh, man.
Hey, well,
Sit
all
back,
right.
put
I'm
your
gonna
feet
I'm gonna
up.
stop you right there. What doesn't go great with a
True,
1926
true.
Patron? That's not fair.
Slits.
Okay, you got me there. Good answer. Good answer. So anyway, well, hey man, we appreciate you coming in and telling us about that, because that's not a drink that I normally would lean to. But you know what? I'm gonna try a couple of those and get back to you.
Yeah.
Hey, in fact, let's just get a bottle and bring it over here and try it out.
Sit back
You know
and
what I
try
mean?
it out. Yeah.
Maybe Sunday for the Cowboy game.
Oh, there
Oh,
you go.
all right. Don't bring up the Cowboys, Brian.
Hey, We're still undefeated.
Ooh.
We've played more games.
And we're still undefeated.
That's all I got to say is we've played more games. So anyway, we're not going to turn it into a football show now since we lost.
No, sir. Last couple of weeks, he had a spot on there. Let's talk about those Cowboys. You notice he hasn't said anything.
Now, you know what's funny, though? And, like, I love to see the Cowboys win because I'm a Cowboy fan. But also, like, I hear these Cowboy fans and they're all going nuts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, they
One
actually
game.
played a real team.
So now they know. Now you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like those first 3 games, you should have beat them up.
Most definitely.
Anyway, that's enough about football. Hey, coming up after the break, we've got a mystery guest. That's right. We got a mystery guest. It's going to be somebody special, so don't go anywhere. And we'll be right back after the break. Hey guys, I told you we had a mystery guest, and I actually know this guy pretty well. We go back pretty far. We don't see each other very often, but he is a very good brother of the Leaf, and he's doing some really cool things that I think that we could see a lot more of. So without further ado, let's introduce him. We call him the Cigar Chingon. How are you doing today, buddy?
Doing pretty good, Rob. How are you?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. I'm just, hanging out in the studio talking to you and smoking a McAuliffe Medallia. Hey, I gave you a McAuliffe about, 2 weeks ago or a week ago?
Yes, you did the Leyenda.
Yeah.
And it was a gorgeous smoke. I was really impressed. It was the first one I've ever had from that label.
Hey, man, I started you out right then.
I saw that, and it was a really proper smoke.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Oh, you're very welcome, man. I always love sharing the Leaf anytime I have the opportunity, so I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hey, so let's talk about one of the things that you've been doing that I'm just super stoked about. You actually put together cigar. I hate to use the word party because it's not really like a party. It's more like a personal cigar event.
Yeah, we go under the name Barely Rested Cigar Club, and it's basically a group of about 7 guys, and we all pick a day, get together, and we have food, whether it be barbecue or get catered. We try and feature at least 2 to 3 cigars during the I guess it'd be a mini event, and everybody brings their cigars. It's family friendly, so pretty much everybody's invited. If there's kids, there's movies on for them, so they're occupied.
Nice. So how does it all work? I mean, when you have these like a mini event, do you like invite a bunch of different people, or is it your core 7? How is it that you get together like that?
We have the core group, and then we send outside invites as well. We're looking to do probably in December a big event, and then open it up to a lot more people.
Nice.
So currently, it ranges from about 12 to 20 people. Hoping in December, maybe get up to 50.
Shoot, man, 12 to 20 people. That's a nice group.
Yeah, it's not too bad. That's all the families included and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's a great blend of people, and it really works out good. It really does. So
yeah, I think that's something that could really evolve because, like I said earlier, a lot of states are banning public smoking, and that even includes some of the cigar shops. I know that when I was talking to Paul with the 5150 Cigar Tour, he had been checking on different cigar shops across the nation, and there were more than you would believe that you can buy cigars there, but you can't smoke them there. So
right.
I think the idea of having your own events like this is just groundbreaking, man. I think it's a great idea. And, one of the things that I've thought about in the past, and you may as well, is having a private club to where members basically pay a fee to be a member, but it's not for profit. It's just that the membership fees pay for the facilities and the electric and all the amenities, but everybody brings their own cigars because there's a lot of places that you can't smoke. I was talking to a guy at the Leaf one day that he was up from around the border of Texas and Oklahoma, and they don't have anywhere they can smoke for like 100-mile radius. And
Oh, wow.
so they were looking at like renting out a house or a building or whatever and turning into their personal club. And I was like, man, that's a great idea.
Yeah, it is pretty hard to find places. I mean, there's some really nice lounges in our area, but it's always a drive, and usually family isn't welcome because of the laws. You got to have a certain age group.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about what you do is, you're not leaving out the family. You're actually incorporating it as a family activity, and I think that's great, man.
It works out really good. Didn't know how it was going to go down, but the last couple times it's been great. Everybody gets along, and everybody sees what really goes on. We just sit around, have some good cigars, and just spend quality time. Actually, it's really nice. And everybody brings their own favorites, so I get introduced to new cigars that I would never see.
Yeah, man, that's what it's all about too, is, when I go everywhere, I'm always asking what other people are smoking, or people are asking me what I'm smoking. So that's one of the joys of being in the community.
Right. And I love too, I can go anywhere pretty much in the country and hit a lounge and you're just part of,
Oh, absolutely, man.
It's a great social lubricant. It really is.
So I know you have other irons in the fire as well when it comes to cigars. So tell us about what else you're doing, if you can share it.
Well, on my Instagram page, I started a little endeavor called Toilet Talk. I just sit down in front of the camera, smoke a cigar, and talk about current events and whatnot. Not really cigar related, just having a little fun with it. In 2 weeks, on October 18th, we have what's called Boots and Barbecue. We're going to be getting a table there. And it's for a benefit for Aware Central Texas. It's going to be at Shope's Barbecue in Belton.
Great barbecue place, by the way.
Yes, it is. And they have a great little concert venue there. I believe Jared Birmingham is going to be the headliner, and Mason Lively is going to be opening. So, and the proceeds go to this organization, and they really help out in the community, raising awareness for child abuse, and they give back to the county where the county can't support certain areas. They kind of supplement all that. So.
Oh, nice. So you said earlier that you had an event that you were planning in December. Is that correct?
In December, we're thinking about doing something big, inviting more people.
Where's that going to be located at, or have you decided yet?
Still working on that, but definitely in the Fort Hood area.
Okay, cool.
So here in Central Texas. We'll get that all together. I know in November we're thinking about getting together again. I'll post it on Instagram and make it known. Keep an eye out on that.
I was going to ask you, tell me about some of the sticks you've been smoking lately. Anything I need to be looking for? You know what?
Currently I'm smoking that soapbox.
Oh,
from Dissident.
Yeah, from Dissident. Good smoke.
I really like it. I had the Home the other day.
Yeah, dude, that Home is just lights out.
I was amazed. The box press reminded me of the New World.
Yeah.
And the draw was it was so easy and smooth. And, it was just great. We went out to McGregor Tobacco Junction and had a good dinner beforehand, and then went out and had a couple smokes.
Where did you go to dinner? Did you go to Coach's?
No, we went to Luigi's across the street.
Oh, okay. I've never been there, but every time I go to McGregor, I got to swing by Coach's Barbecue.
I haven't tried that yet.
Are you kidding me? Oh, man, you got to go by there. It's fantastic.
No, Luigi's is some great Italian food. I go there and I always get the seafood plate. It's just beautiful.
Well, I'll have to go by there and check that out next time, because I always go on the other side of the street. So I'll go by there and check that. And I'll tell you a funny little story, and I think you might have already known this, but I drove all the way to McGregor on a Sunday to watch the Cowboys game at TJ's. And I pulled up all excited to get out and smoke cigars and watch the Cowboys, and they were closed.
Oh, yeah.
So, It's not like we don't live in a time where you can Google stuff. You know what I mean? So I felt like a moron.
I have my moments.
So I picked up my wife and we drove home and listened to the game on the radio. So.
Oh. Does she ever go with you to the lounges?
She has been to a few. She doesn't normally go. Well, let me put it to you this way. Whenever I'm doing a show, she doesn't go. But
Oh,
if
okay.
I'm just going to hang out and smoke some cigars and drink coffee, she loves good coffee, so she will go on occasion in that instance. But as far as when I'm doing the show, I think maybe she's gone once or twice. She just doesn't, want to be in the way. And even though I tell her you're not never in the way, she just wants to be out of the picture whenever I'm doing the show.
Oh.
And she doesn't ever want to be on the show. So you got a lot of things cooking too with your Instagram and your kiddo. I see what's going on a little bit from time to time with your kiddo, and she's kind of like a young entrepreneur, huh?
Yeah, we kind of have a family of entrepreneurs. My wife has her own media business. What she did with my daughter, she's 8 years old. She started her with her own business, a little startup. It's called Sophia Lane. Go to sophia-lane.com.
And how old is your daughter?
She's 8 years old.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That is awesome.
So she picked the products that she wanted, and we helped her make them. And she promotes her own stuff. The point behind it was schools give you the education, but nobody really teaches you beyond that point. So,
oh, absolutely, man. I agree 100%. And I don't even think most people know this about me, but I have a 19-year-old son and a 17-year-old daughter, and we both, me and my wife, and actually I give her 99% of the credit. I get 1%. And we actually homeschooled. We pulled our kids out of public school back when they were like in 3rd and 4th grade. And so we homeschooled the rest of the way. And our philosophy wasn't that we actually homeschool. Our philosophy was that we unschool, meaning that we try to incorporate all the stuff that you normally don't get when you're in public school. And,
exactly.
And that's not for everyone. Don't get me off on that whole tangent. A lot of people are always like, where do your kids get to be socialized? Man, my kids are so socialized, they cost me a fortune. So, but really, I tell everybody when they ask me about it, I'm like, you know what? Homeschool's not for everyone, and public school's not for everyone. You got to find what best works for your kid. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
So, well, I think that's awesome, man, that you're teaching your kid about business and entrepreneurial skills and just, outside the norm. And that's one of the things that we enjoyed teaching our children.
Yeah. You never know with today's economy where it's going to end up.
Gives them a stepping stone.
My wife did a internet seminar, and my daughter, she gave her 5 minutes to do a presentation. Prior to that, they were asking, "Oh, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And she said, "I want to be an owner." And that's what she was telling everybody. So she gave the presentation, and it all clicked in. But yeah, it's really neat to see, she's my daughter, so I'm always going to,
absolutely,
shine,
man. Heck yeah. But I love the fact that you are doing that. I think that's really cool. So when is your actual next cigar get together?
We come up with it usually about 2 weeks prior. The whole idea behind the name was just, we all work really hard. I had thought of the name, I'd say early 2000s. My work schedule was it was really rough, and, I was barely rested. I carried that name into some other endeavors at that time, and I just thought it was a perfect name. Got a Facebook page with it as well.
Oh, that's
group.
Cool. Well, you got to let me know when your
it's-
next get together is. That's where I'm headed. I'm hinting at an invitation here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool, man.
Definitely.
Where do you host the event at? Is it at your house, in your backyard?
It's actually in the house. We usually end up in the garage. I set out some tables and got some couches, got the TV, stereo, and we just we all relax. It's wherever we end up. We all come to the same location and just enjoy each other's company and enjoy a bunch of good cigars. Everybody's at a different level, so we have entry level all the way to more experienced, I guess you could say.
The aficionado.
I wouldn't go that far. But
Oh, yeah. You are a cigar aficionado. I see what you're smoking. I'm impressed.
But it just works out that way. So,
you know what I love about the model that you're working with is that it truly is the cigar community. You know what I mean? And
right.
It's like, and you've really just bumped it up another level because you're involving all the families. So it's like your cigar family. And I mean, you're giving the opportunity for the ones who don't smoke, like the wives. I'm sure there's several wives that don't smoke, but they still come together and enjoy that relationship with your wives and the other wives, and then get to know the people that their husbands are hanging out with. That's a great way to start a really good, tight community.
It was a great blend. And even some of the wives are curious, why do you like that cigar? Let me try that.
Nice.
And it just opens up the door, and everything's transparent. So it's just great. So.
Well, that's awesome, man. So you said you have a Facebook group. I mean, is this an open invitation, or is this like, if we think you're cool, we'll let you know, or how does it work?
On the Facebook group, it's Barely Rested Cigar Club. You come in, share what you're smoking, give a review, tell me what you like, or tell everybody what you like. If you want to be followed, put your information out there. On Instagram, I have my own Cigar Chingon, and then there's also Barely Rested Cigar Club.
Hey, your Instagram handle, can you go ahead and spell that for all the guys out in the audience?
It's Cigar, Cigar, Chingon, Chingon.
See, I would never be able to spell that, so I just want to make sure everybody can find you. So, and then where else can they find you? Do you have a website, or do you have Twitter?
I'm also on Twitter. There's a link in my bio on Instagram to the webpage, as well as YouTube. I put out videos on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
So,
and is that where you're doing toilet talk as well?
Yeah, that was just kind of just on a whim, and started it and just doing a little experimentation. So.
Okay, cool, man.
But yeah, just some.
I'll have to check that out. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it's on Cigar Chingon on Instagram.
Well, hey man,
good time.
I appreciate you taking the time to come on the show and talk about it. I think what you're doing is really cool. I think maybe this is something that we'll see more and more people beginning to do. I think that if you're fortunate enough to live where there is a cigar lounge and you can hang out, you're really blessed. But if you're not, I think this is definitely something that you could do. Even if you do live in a town that has a cigar lounge, if you wanted to be able to get together with special friends, that's part of the community, on a regular basis. I love what you're doing, man. So I just want to say I applaud you and just keep up the great work.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hey, it's been an honor to be on your show. I love listening to it. And I've told you that you're doing really good things.
Hey, man, we appreciate that. And if there's anything that we can ever help you with, man, we're here for you. Just reach out anytime. Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the interview. We're sitting around the table and we're going to discuss our favorite top 3 Maduros.
Yes.
So let's start with Bryant.
Okay.
Tell us what your favorite 3 Maduros are.
First one's going to be the Macanudo Inspirado Red.
Now, which one is that? Is that the one that Plasencia was in on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and see, I didn't care for that stick.
Different palate, bro.
I know.
Different palate.
I was excited about it because I am a Plasencia fan.
Oh, yes.
And so, I'm not a Monte Cristo fan. Although I've had a challenge, and I'm going to Ike challenged me to try Monte Cristo Classic.
Yeah, because I got him on that, and he tried it, and he just fell in love with it, man. He fell in love. He said, Rob, don't like this? I was like, nah. He said, I'm going to talk to him. Say, somebody other than me.
Yeah, it's got to be somebody other than you, because I ain't smoking anything recommended by somebody smoking Fat Bottom Betty.
Yeah, Cigar Pulpit, talk to him.
Yeah. While we're talking about Cigar Pulpit, hey, man, I just want to say thank you for sending us the stickers, man.
Yes, sir.
I put it right on the top of my laptop.
Yes, sir. Real quick, too. I handed it to you, peeling it off.
I know where that's going. Yeah, so Cigar Pulpit, we appreciate it, man.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you. So let's go ahead and go over to Junior for one of your favorite 3s.
Maduros would be my father, the Libby Jew.
Ooh, 1922.
Yes,
yeah, that's a good
very
smoke.
good.
Now,
I enjoy that.
I love the wrapper on that. It's nice, rich, oily wrapper.
Yes, it is.
And so that's In fact, you know what? That's one of the last boxes I bought,
You bought a box up?
like a year ago.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't buy boxes
No, you don't.
anymore.
That's why I said.
And we talked about that earlier today. You know, and if you're a cigar manufacturer out there and you're listening to this show, here's what I want to recommend. Quit making boxes of 20 and up. Let's
True.
start making boxes. You know what? Make them of 10 or 12.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. There's so many cigars out there
Come
that
on.
I don't want to get stuck with 20 cigars or more of the same cigar.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons I don't really buy boxes anymore. I would rather go in and pick out like 4 of these, 4 of these, 4 of these.
And make your own.
Right.
Yeah.
And that way, because I'm not always in the mood to smoke the same thing unless it's a medallion.
Oh, yeah.
As we know, your go-to.
Back to me there.
Right. So, but no, I'm serious. I think a box of 10 or 12 would make more sense for the manufacturers. I know that's going to cost them more on the boxes, but I think you'd sell more boxes that way.
Tell the truth.
I mean,
Tell
that's
the
just
truth.
my opinion.
It's a good opinion because I'm right there with you. You get
Same
20
here.
of the same stick, and you get tired over time. And you're like, you wind up in the brick and mortar trying to buy something else to get that taste, get a different taste in your
Right.
palate.
And you know, the thing about it is I was talking to Paul from the 5150 tour.
Yes, sir.
And he bought a box of Drew Estate Undercrowns, Maduros. And he told me it was difficult to finish the box because by the time he had smoked 10 of them, he was like, I don't want another one.
yeah.
And so I think a lot of people feel that way. Now, I know there are some people, but they buy the same box every time. Yep.
And there's a guy that comes to the Leaf that does that. Look, every 3 days he comes in there and they know exactly what he wants. He goes get that same box. They
One
had
or
the
two
price
of the
up there.
boxes,
Yeah, man. Every time.
Every 3 days,
Yeah.
he's buying a box. That's a man I can respect. So no, that's how I feel about
Yes,
it. But
sir.
no, it's probably been a year since I bought a whole box, just because I like buying 4 or 5 at a time. And usually when I go in, I'll go into the Leaf and I'll buy 5, 6 cigars, and usually they're all different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because that's what I
do.
do when you get your bag ice. What you got in there? And then you always have something different every time. I'm like, oh, man, I didn't know about that.
Depending on the time of day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, you always want to, hey, you know what, I feel like this, I feel like that. So when I do the same thing, I grab 2, and then whatever I'm feeling right there is what
you smoke.
Yeah, and I do the same thing. Like when I go out of town, take a road trip, and I'm packing my cigars, I don't want to take 20 cigars of the same one.
Yeah.
I usually take 2 or 3 of each different cigar, and that way while I'm on my trip, I get to enjoy cigars just like when I'm at home.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Sir.
So anyway, what was your 1922? So I'm going to go with, right off the bat, the McAuliffe La Grande Bold Maduro. You know what? I think it's like a $7 to $8 stick. And it's a great Maduro.
You get a $20 smoke out of it.
Dude, it's
Yes,
a great
sir.
cigar.
Yes, sir.
And, I know everybody's like, oh, Rob's always saying about McAuliffe because he's a sponsor. I smoked them before they were our sponsor.
Sure did.
So,
got me into it.
yes. So, anyway, that was my first pick. What second one over there, Bryant?
La Flor de Dominicana Double Ligero.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a bold one. That's a bold one.
That's a once a quarter smoke for me, man. I can only have one of those every 3 months, man.
Yeah, that's a ball breaker.
Man. You talking about sitting back, putting you in that seat. Ooh, baby.
It's just right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you can't get up.
No.
Anyway, what would be another one that you like?
You know what? I actually like the AJ Fernandez. I like the San Lotano.
Oh, good smoke.
I like it a lot. It's great stick.
I
great
just
price,
actually had one of those yesterday, and I think it was like $8.20.
Yeah.
Good smoke.
Great price. I love it with my coffee in the morning. It just goes down so smooth.
Cool.
Hey, and I'll make an announcement because Jay made the announcement today. All Altada cigars are fixing to go up in price.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard about
Said
that.
they're going to raise it. I don't know what the percentage was, but just across the board.
Man.
So, be ready for that price hike. And then, Altadas makes like the Partagas.
Yeah.
No, that's General. I'm sorry. I think Altadas does the Monte Cristos and the Romeo and Julieta.
Oh, I got to go get me a box then before the price goes up.
We just said we ain't buying boxes.
You said you wasn't buying a box. I love my Monte Cristos.
So my next pick on the Maduro for me is going to be the Perdomo 20th anniversary Maduro.
Bruh,
good.
How you gonna set that bar that high, man?
No, and dude, that's, you know what? It's a great smoke, but the price point is so freaking good. It's $9.
I'm not talking about the prices. I'm talking about the quality of the stick and what it tastes like. You setting the bar, both of y'all. I'm trying to catch up.
Hey, you're naming off cigars you only smoke once a quarter.
Yeah, hey, I double Ligero. Who gonna smoke that every day?
Right.
And if you do, I'm a fan.
Third for me would be, got to go turn around back on to the Padron 1926. That's always the go-to special occasion, or just because it's Saturday, or just because it's Sunday. I love it.
You know what? We were talking about that in the shop earlier today, and the 1926. And the thing about it is, I think a lot. If you're a new cigar smoker, don't go smoke a 1926 because you're not going to appreciate it yet. I know I smoked it way before I was ready for it. And so the first time I ever smoked a 26, I was kind of like, it's a good cigar. And then the more I grew as a cigar smoker, the more I started appreciating it. And like by the time I had smoked like 3 or 4 of them, man.
Now you appreciate it.
Oh,
that palate was like,
it's one of those that you can't just smoke and appreciate if you haven't had the experience of other cigars.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if I look back to what I smoked 6 years ago, I would be embarrassed to tell you what I was smoking. I'll tell you one cigar that I smoked.
White Owl.
And I thought I thought it was a great cigar.
Okay.
And I believe it's made by Sinclair. Do you know who they are?
Not.
Right off the bat, that tells you they suck. Now, if you smoke Sinclairs, hey, everybody has a different palate. But for me, it was the Bamboo.
Never heard of that.
It was a 6x60 with a pigtail, dark black cigar. And, man, I look cool. I look so cool smoking that big old, stogie.
Yeah.
And, but anyway, I think I smoked another one probably like 4.5 years ago.
Okay.
And just in that short amount of time, I was like, oh, that is so gross. It is nasty. So if you're smoking the Bamboo, enjoy.
Enjoy.
So anyway, go ahead.
It's the Camacho Triple Maduro.
Are you serious?
Most definitely. You know when I smoked my first one? When I
No.
got that ashtray from you.
Oh.
That Camacho piston ashtray.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, I got to smoke a Camacho.
That's
with
actually from the Power Band
It is.
series of Camacho.
Yeah.
And I used to like Camachos. I'm not a big fan of them now, but that's just me. And you know what really, when we got the triple Maduros in, I was real excited. And because it's a really, you haven't had one.
I haven't had one.
So it's a real thick wrapper.
Yes, it is.
Oily, good looking stick.
Good
And
tasting
the
stick.
first one, I bought the first one out of the new box.
Okay.
And it was plugged.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
No, I'm serious. I was pissed.
Wow.
And so I skewed it and I smoked it anyway. And then, when I got probably almost to the third, it just exploded and it looked like I had just jammed it into the table. I mean, it was ugly. And I was like, you know what? That's why I don't smoke Camachos anymore. But that's my experience.
I haven't had that experience. So right now, that is my number 3 on my list.
I got you. So I'm thinking of what my number 3 is.
Yeah. I got to hear this one.
Well, no, it's just the regular cigar. It's one of the ones that I smoked for a long time. The Partagas Black.
Oh.
It's a full flavor,
Okay.
full, bold, nicotine punch in the face. And I don't smoke them very often, but when I want that really it's a toss-up. And because you stole the Liebiju 1922, because I'll say, I think those cigars are pretty close.
Okay.
But what I like more is the 1922 because it has more complexity.
Right.
The Partagas is kind of like just a punch in the mouth and you just sit there and take it.
Yeah.
But the power level of the nicotine is about the same in those two cigars.
Right.
So since you stole that one, I'm going to go with the Partagas.
I got you. I got you.
Anyway, so you guys, if you got some favorite Maduros that we didn't mention, shoot me an email. Let me know, because we love to get emails from you guys telling us what you're smoking. Yeah,
absolutely.
And dude, I get so many emails from guys telling me about cigars, and a lot of them I've never heard of, and I love that because I'm always looking for cigars I have never
and then
tried.
recommending. That's how I smoke a lot. You recommend stuff, I go in there, pick it up, and man,
exactly,
it's awesome.
So, hey, we want to talk a minute about Cigar Rights for America.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's my soapbox. And
as we slide it out.
Are you a member, Junior?
I am.
Oh, you're so lucky. Hey, I don't know if you noticed this, but now if you're on the show, I ask you.
That question.
And if you're not, I'm going to
we rag you. We rag you.
I think that's why I became a member. I got chewed out at the leave. Oh, you better jump on it.
And hey, so you paid $25. Mm-hmm. You got 2 free sticks.
Oh, yeah.
And you're supporting the lifestyle that we enjoy.
Most definitely.
So, I mean, it's a no-brainer to me because,
awesome
I mean,
cost.
Let's just say that you smoke 2 premium cigars. They're $10 a piece. So basically, you're spending $5.
Mm-hmm.
So you get 2 good sticks. And I want to say that I think that both those cigars were the Rocky Patel Edge Maduros,
I think you're right.
which is also a very good Maduro, by the way. But anyway, so if you guys are not members of the Cigar Rights of America, go by the website, look for the link below. It'll take you straight to the site.
Most definitely.
Sign up, register, and then also on that page, you can find a spot for your state and send a letter to your senator letting them know you want to support Mark Rubio's Article S9, which basically takes the cigars out of the big group of tobacco, because cigarettes and tobacco or chewing tobacco and cigars are not the same, and we don't want to be treated the same.
And then they want to link vapes in there also.
Right, they do. They want to lump it all in together because it's all nicotine, and that's not the way it should work.
Nope, not at all.
First of all, most guys don't smoke cigars all day, every day. I know I'm one of the exceptions. But at the same time, most guys come into a cigar shop, and one of the main reasons I smoke a lot of cigars is because I spend a lot of time in the evening at the cigar shop. So, you know, it's the camaraderie.
Yes, sir. The
it's
community.
the relaxation. And it's not like I'm stepping outside of work every 5 minutes to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, and that's what you have with cigarette smokers, vapors, chewers. You know, they have to get I call it their fix.
Right.
But with a cigar, it's something that you sit back and you enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
So you
Relax.
want to relax. You want to sit back and enjoy it. And it's not something you can, like you said, something you can do every 5 minutes at work. You have to make time for it, and then you go to a brick and mortar and you're around somebody that is like-minded with you. You can have those conversations about what happened today, or just about those sticks. What do you like about that stick, man? What is it about it? And you, Rob, you put so many people on sticks just sitting there talking about, hey, what you get? Oh, why don't you try this? And that's the beauty I love about it, man. That dude, he'll put you on the stick in a heartbeat, man.
If I walk in and I see Rob, what are you smoking?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go grab the same one and try it out.
Hey, you know, I love to share the love.
Yes.
So anyway, make sure you guys become members if you're not already. And if, you know, when you sign up, I think if you sign up for 2 years, you also get a subscription of
to that
Cigar Aficionado.
Yeah, to Cigar Aficionado.
I mean, I didn't do that.
Me neither.
Because I don't read.
I did the 2 years,
Aficionado.
but I didn't do the Cigar Aficionado.
And, you know, I did a big poll on that. How many people actually read Cigar Aficionado? Do you?
I do not.
Do you?
Nope.
See, nobody I know does. I see the magazines at the shops, so I know they sell them. So there must be somebody that's reading them.
Right.
But I'm more of a hands-on guy, so I like to go to the shop, pick up the stick, try it out.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, I can have somebody tell me that a stick is horrible, and I'll still try it.
Yes, sir, because I want to find out myself.
You know, I know my journey to get to where I am now. There's a lot of sticks that I wouldn't try back in the day because I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to smoke a Connecticut. I'm not going to smoke a Sumatra.
Yeah.
You know.
But now look at you.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, I'm all over the place.
Yes, sir.
I love, hey, do you smoke any San Andreas?
I do not.
Dude.
Try it.
That's
tomorrow.
That's the Mexican leaf. Nice and spicy. You know, it's not an everyday stick for me, but I love a good San Andreas
San
wrapper.
Andreas. You hit
And
that
the
retro
Sumatra.
hell, yeah.
I love a good Sumatra. So anyway, that's enough about the soapbox. Make sure that you sign up, and I'm going to quit griping if you're not a member now. So do it. Let's talk about the McAuliffe Ambassador Program.
Most definitely.
This is where somebody gets to toot their horn.
Yes, sir.
So
Let's hit that number.
I'm $299,
165.
and Junior doesn't know his number.
Because it's too high.
I do know it. I just don't want to say it. I'm way out there.
He's like
290.
Hey, he's like 1 million.
1 million.
Oh, so anyway, like we said earlier, if you go to the festival this coming weekend, make sure you bring your coin.
Yes.
And if you don't have a coin, I don't know how anyone that listens to this show that doesn't already have a coin,
Yeah,
because
that's
it's
true.
free. And, you know, I see all these different cigar groups with their challenge coins.
Yeah.
Super cool. I like that. But in order to get one of those, takes a lot of work.
Yes, it does.
But
yes,
you know how much
does.
work it takes to get the McAuliffe?
Sign up, baby.
You follow the link on my website, and it takes you straight to the page.
Come on.
You sign up, bam.
You there.
They send you a certificate, handwritten, and then they send you your own medallion with your own number. And then, you know, if you take that coin to an event, you usually get extra.
Yes, you do.
So I
They
know.
take care of you.
Yeah, they take care of you. So we just want to say, sign up to be an ambassador.
Sign up.
We want to make sure you guys know we're going to be at the event coming this Saturday.
Okay.
We hope you'll come by and say hi.
Come on. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I know there's going to be several people there that I've talked to. Charlie's going to be up there. I think Vic may even go.
Oh, that's even real good.
You know, you met
Vic
Vic
Anderson. At the
from
last,
the Cigar for Warriors.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so Vic's a great guy. Hope we're going to see him up there. I've talked to several other people who said they're going. So it ought to be a lot of fun. I can't remember if they're going to have live music or I believe last year they actually had like a dance floor.
Ooh.
So maybe we can get old Bryant to cut
Not happening.
cut a rug.
What's the move?
Man, Army toe these knees
Hey,
up, baby.
I want to see him do the Cabbage Patch.
Electric slide.
Dude, you really went there with the cabbage patch.
Hey, Soldier Boy.
Zoom.
All right, guys. Hey, man, we want to thank Junior for coming
Yes,
by.
sir.
For having me.
Oh, man.
Enjoy it every time I come.
We appreciate the information about tequila. I'm
sir.
definitely going to have to buy a bottle and have you guys over. We'll try that.
definitely.
We'll watch the Cowboys play.
Oh,
and
Lord.
depending
Why'd you
on
have to destroy the night, man?
Depending on how they play will depend on how much I drink.
Yeah,
So,
you might be real
Thanks for
drunk
having me.
that
I had a
night.
blast. It was awesome.
Hey, man, we appreciate you coming
Hey,
over.
man.
Bryant, you got anything coming up this week?
Nothing, man. Just still doing the thing for the state, bro.
Nice. You know, I'm on vacation this week. So I'm excited. It's been a long time since I've been on vacation. I'm going to try to go over to a couple of shops and do some shows over
Okay,
there,
okay.
do some interviews. Plus, there are a couple of shops I've never been to, so I want to go by there and check them out. I'll give everybody an update depending on what shops I go to.
Yeah.
So, hey guys, that's going to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed the show, and until next week,
Keep smoking.